One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work first. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
There he goes. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from the trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Cougars offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Quarterback on the keeper. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Back to pass, it's Duggar. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that.
He throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Wait, Ken, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Bowling Green. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got his man down the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
And the Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. To the air, it's Bailey. Under fire. Hit as he throws.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense. Getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Motion from the wideout. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Back's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 78 yards down the field, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. To the air, it's Duggar. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Toppin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wants to throw. It's Duggar. Pressure coming. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. BYU right back to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Fires left. Complete downfield. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Extending the play. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Mississippi State. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. They'll run play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella.
It's a fumble. Oh, and just like they threw it up, with the ground ball on top of it, still get the 1st down. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to...
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. BYU lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows.
Breaks into the open. Oh, he's got a chance. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. The option look. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals. 5 points of pressure and prioritize holding on to the ball.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got him downfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To throw, it's Duggar. It's complete to the right. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A low line drive and short kick. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Give to the running back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle. No big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The Bulldogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Gives them a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. And the Bulldogs come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Looking for a man. It's Duggar. And it's incomplete on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The Cougars headed quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot.
It's a fumble! And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Offense, you're thinking first down, get the first down on third down. Man, you can't put the ball on the turf, but at least the ball went out of bounds. Now you got a decision to make what you want to do on fourth down. Could have been a turnover, could have been worse there.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Buys a little time. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
The give out of the gun. Looks as if BYU will have a first down. BYU has this offense clicking. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. BYU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Here's the pressure. Takes the easy one to the back.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got a man. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man, it's Duggar. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bulldog! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Not the day they had hoped to have. When you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the Cougars in the hurry up.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. Inside the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up and nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give on the counter. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense.
Makes the grab down the left side. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
To the air, it's Bailey. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. On the move. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Right on the money. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Ripping through the defense. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone. The 50. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.